everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. It may be hard to find a running lane today. The Eagles have the best rush defense in the league, and they're going up against the Panthers, who will try to avoid becoming one-dimensional. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Gordon and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Now Mahomes.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how their defense played last week. They held their opponents to 3 points, and that was it. If they get anything comparable to that performance, this one's in the bag.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at it second down. On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Now Cam, option left, and holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 12 yards is the pickup there, and it'll be 3rd down.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On second down, here's Mahomes. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll make it third down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
They'll give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when the defender's near him.
He's got such a big...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vernon Butler. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet. Did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with Larry Ridley for highlights and analysis of our first half of play. Now, not too many highlights yet, at least in terms of scoring plays, that is.
Yeah, but hang in there. We might get something these last 2 minutes.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Trey Burton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Second and 10, Newton again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, Newton. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Newton on first down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. Cam trying to rally his guys to the line as quick as he can. On second down, here's Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. On first down, it's Newton. Got some real estate. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Newton on first down. Funches with a catch over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw on second down is Newton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Throwing on third down, Newton. A dump off here to Stewart. That was signaling a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Throwing again is Newton. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top, as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we... Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today, as we get back to the action in the second half. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. Oh, look at that. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And now running right through it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Now Stewart on first down. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 49. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Another run. This time McCaffrey takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now Newton. And he's got room. room. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Newton gives off to Stewart. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll try the air now with Newton. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it second and short. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. On second down, they run with Stewart. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Fletcher Cox in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Desperation time. Newton, fourth down. And this one complete right side to Funchess. 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Carolina first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On first down, Newton. He's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make...
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. And that'll make it 13-7.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's caught by Salek. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. The Eagles on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Let's go! Blue Lightning! Blue Lightning! Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Philadelphia, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Washington Redskins come to town. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.